My name is Gaylor, and I directed a film called RIP, a Remix Manifesto.
Corporations are completely taking over our culture and telling us that we can only consume it. And we're saying no. We're saying we want to actually create with it, respond to it, take it, mutilate it, cut it up.
It's a film I made over the course of about 6 years, actually.
This is Remix. This is not piracy.
The thing that I tried to do all the way through the production of the film was to try and involve the audience in the creation of the actual film. So what I did, I mean, the film's about remix culture, right? It's about this kind of tension between participatory media and copyright law, because of course people are, using copyrighted images to express their culture, and this whole war that's been going on over the last 10 years is sort of directly affecting that, and I felt it's not getting us anywhere. So it's a pretty strong viewpoint film, Remix Manifesto. It's not a remix chat. And right from the beginning, I had a website called opensourcecinema.org, and as I was shooting, I would put my rushes and sort of works in progress on the site under a CC license. And so what that allowed me to do is to let the audience know that they can participate in the film, they can use my footage however they want, but I want them to submit it back to the site as well so that I can include it in the final film. And so then I would start to edit these into the film during the editing process and sort of do like a call and response with the audience. So sort of at some points in the film they kind of take over and it's their part of the film, and then I'm back, And that's how I decided to do it, sort of a structured open source sort of experiment.
So it's beneficial to share ideas.
How do people see the footage, grab it, and send it back to you? Like, sometimes footage is kind of big. I mean, how do you deal with how do you do that? What software or what site?
I mean, that's a good question, because really when I started doing this, there was no real option for that. It was just basically peer-to-peer, they would post something, and at some point I might ask them for a higher resolution, or I would, I would just eat the bandwidth and download it. But now what I've done, since the film has been released, is I'm working with a company called Kaltura to integrate onto Open Source Cinema web-based editing. So it can actually take place on the web using using your browser. You don't have to have Final Cut Pro or iMovie or whatever the PC folks use. You don't have to have that stuff. You can just do it right on the browser. So that takes care of that kind of part of the question.
Oh, that's
What's
cool.
cool about Kaltura is that they keep a reference to your high resolution one, and what happens online is almost like an EDL, so you can always point back to the original high resolution version.
Oh, that's neat. So if people want to find out about this project and the movie, what URL, where would you send them?
Opensourcecinema.org.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
All this stuff makes me want to download a movie.